Who would have predicted that cherry tomatoes on a bridge would have gone viral? Let's play battleships.
Admit it, we all wish that we could predict the future. Who doesn't want a glimpse into next week, maybe even next year?
Have you got a burning question that you want answered?
What's in it?
The future!
When I ask Kent, he's going to say that he's on the phone.
I'm on the phone.
Oh, always on the phone.
Will I go viral on TikTok?
Yeah.
Will we win our biggest client ever next year? Oh dear.
You ever seen one of them?
No.
What?
When I make it in life, I'll be successful. Don't bet on it.
Well, it is no different in the world of marketing, where navigating the volatile world of TikTok can feel like a Sisyphean task. Well, social travellers, I've got good news for you.
The Go Agency's 2025 Unfiltered report offers a much-needed compass in these confusing times.
It's just such a shame that
I feel like every year we see these like 2025 predictions coming out. A lot of them are bullshit, like let's be honest.
maybe I need to do my very own primary research before I take this GOAT report too seriously.
That's why I came up with the idea of the prediction pillar. Ask a goat, write a note, whatever floats their psychic boat.
Catch. Gosh, are you writing an essay?
Sorry.
Taylor Swift gets married? Okay.
You can't read my writing. That says Pinterest, the new ad platform.
Mine's more realistic.
Brand trips will start with people less influencers and more like your everyday person. We'll use social to elevate those assets.
The brand Christmas advert's gone. John Lewis, not going to do one. Audi, not going to do one.
Dead.
Dead.
AI influencers, but I think it's going to grow because AI is just getting more and more accessible.
Subscription-based newsletters.
I think people are going to start paying to be a part of like a private newsletter to get all their information.
I basically think that like the connection between the music industry and TikTok is going to become even more closely intertwined. It's going to directly impact the charts even more than we're currently seeing. The importance of music and the correct audios are something we need to consider. See ya!
Catch, one of you. Catch, one of you. Get out of the way.
No brief.
What does that mean?
Stop over-scripting your influencers and briefing them in the wrong way.
That's a prediction.
Oh, do you know what? I can't be fucked with this idea.
Well, that ended badly. Now for the real reason you're here, time to unbox a classic board game to chat all things trend predictions.
1, 2, 3.
Let's play battleships. This is the most excitement I've had in like a year, and I got engaged at Christmas.
We're going to play whilst talking about the trend report. E5.
That is a miss. What we wanted to do with this report was make it a little bit different to like your standard creator predictions report.
You get a lot of them.
Yeah, you get a lot of them. I feel like every year we see these like 2025 predictions coming out. A lot of them are bullshit, like let's be honest. Or they will be things that are already happening. So I've seen so many that are like micro influencers are gonna be big and you're like,
come on.
That's just annoying. Or like authenticity is important and you're like, that's not a prediction, that's just the case. F6. We wanted to create a report that was more looking at like what can we actually tell about more consumer behaviours. J7. Hit.
Yes! Now we're talking.
Even things that are maybe happening like politically, socially, and how all of that impacts advertising and creative marketing, because everything that happens in the wider world trickles down to social media. D3.
Miss. I7.
Miss.
What?
H2.
Miss. J6.
Hit. Damn you.
In the report we have 5 different TikTok trends.
Types of TikTok trends. Okay. Yeah, the lightning strikes, those tend to be the trends that we see just like explode in a moment, generally last like a week before people get sick of them.
Yep.
The cherry tomato bridge that we've just seen this week, that's like a lightning strike.
All of a sudden.
Unpredictable.
People don't often know why they
come
about.
People don't even really know. They explode, they're kind of huge, everyone's talking about it for like a week or two and then it kind of dies down. If you're not involved in the conversation within sort of like the first 3 to 4 days, like you probably are too late.
C3.
Hit. Then there's more the trends that kind of build. The Roman Empire, demure trend, brat summer, where people can kind of add their own spin and they tend to change and evolve over time. Pop culture trends, we saw that with like Wicked, or like sort of wider pop culture like Britcore, where people were into Taylor Swift and Oasis. It translates onto TikTok.
Yep.
Then you get more like conscious socio-political. That's where people are doing things like de-influencing, the man versus the bear. They're consciously trying to make some kind of message or movement through TikTok. And then unconscious sociopolitical, which I think is the most interesting because that's ones where people's behaviours are changing and they're showing that through trends in a way. So I think Brat Summer was an example of that. It was like a trend, a movement, an album, but it told us a lot about where people were in life at the moment. And I think it told us a lot about how people were kind of over the pandemic, wanting to go out again, wanting to be a bit more hedonistic, maximalist.
How can brands kind of not just use the report to react to trends, but use it to kind of proactively change what they're doing?
One of the ways is by understanding a bit more about like how our consumers are feeling, the way that popular culture is moving, the way that people are reacting to things on social media. That's always going to make you a more like socially literate person, which I think if we work in this industry, that will just make you better at your job. You're more likely to understand meme culture, social media culture, and be able to like respond to it. Even though predictions, we can never really predict a trend. Who would have predicted that this week a cherry tomatoes on a bridge would have gone viral? But you can sort of start to notice patterns and notice things that have the potential to capture attention, capture virality, and start to see where like maybe your brand could be like best placed to join those conversations. And then when it comes to like creators as well, looking at like the way that the creator world is moving, it moves really fast. I think sometimes we get too bogged down in just like doing the same thing over and over again, and it kind of hopefully will inspire people to think, let's do something different or try a different type of creator or a different type of campaign. And I think creators are like your conduit as a brand to being able to be more reactive and to take more risk, because obviously it is difficult for a brand to like do certain types of content and it might not land well with their audiences. Whereas we always say to our clients, like creators are a good way of you like testing slightly different things, seeing what works, seeing what people enjoy. And you can almost be a bit more risky through creators and then start to learn and then apply that to your brand content on social as well.
J5.
Hit. You've sunk my battleship. And I'm not happy about it. It's a little ship for you.
Thank you. I'm going to put it in my pocket.
Well played.
Thank you.